It all caught on video. 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy has this story you'll only see here.
A child hands a police officer a bag of drugs.
Well, thank you. So, we were called to come check on your son.
A second police officer tries to comfort him.
What's up, little man? What's going on? Hey, I'm Officer Hanson. You scared? What's going on, man? What's going on? Do you want to take a seat on the bench?
He's had my phone in the bathroom for like an hour.
This is the boy's mother, Kendra Long.
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, you just handed it to me.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
So this is your child?
This is my baby. Yes, he's been in the bathroom for an hour.
Okay.
Literally an hour.
The child had FaceTimed his father while locked in the bathroom. The parents are divorced. The dad called police.
He was showing Tony this stuff that he found in the house.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, I don't either.
The other officer then talks to the 9-year-old boy who's in tears.
And what did you find inside the house that made you scared? Okay. Do you know what drugs look like?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Just take some deep breaths.
He says he found the drugs under his mother's nightstand.
I just saw a couple bags. I was curious. Pull it out, and then I really knew what it was.
Yeah, from like TV and stuff.
What?
Like you thought like maybe it was drugs from like TV and stuff.
Yeah.
Officers examined the drugs.
Yeah, that's a lot of meth. Wow.
It's not just like a little baggie, you know. Yeah, it's like one of my top 5, you know, my 20-year career of meth hauls.
I can honestly say after 21 years, this is the first time that a kid's walked out with 12 pounds of meth in a baggie and handed it to us. If that is meth, and yeah, that's quite a bit of meth. It's not just, you know, recreational or personal use. That's like enough for, you know, a couple hundred people to party on a weekend. However, yeah.
Turns out this was more than 100 grams of meth, according to police.
That you do have the right to remain silent.
Me?
If you give up that right, you can say anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. It's in your house. This is your house.
This is not my. I don't even know this was here. I can't even understand or fathom the fact that this is drugs in my house.
Long is arrested for drug trafficking and child abuse.
Does Cuss feel okay?
This was in July of 2022. Long posted a $25,000 bond that same day, violated a family court order, and broke numerous other rules, court records show. Still, she received no hard prison time and was given probation, which prosecutors say she violated. She was also sent to an inpatient drug treatment program. In her criminal case, prosecutors pointed to these text messages showing she clearly was dealing drugs. You want a $100 bag or half? The deal taking place with her son home. So it appears this was all an act.
I mean, to me, it looks probably like methamphetamine, you know.
What is that?
You know what meth is.
Like speed or whatever. Like, I mean,
come on.
What happens?
Everybody knows what meth is. You watch Breaking Bad. I mean, Jesus.
I have never seen Breaking Bad.
Well, you should.
While police say his mother is lying, the child is recognized for his honesty.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you. You did the right thing.
Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
The 8 News Now investigators reached out to Long's lawyer to try and get her side of the story. During a phone call, instead of providing a statement, he hung up. The attorney did. What you may be wondering, what happened with the child, her son. His dad picked him up that night, and he is currently living with his father.
Incident where we realized that even with red-handed type knowledge, it still doesn't mean anything in the justice court there.
Tonight, a father calling out the criminal justice system. This after a story only the 8 News Now investigators brought you right here last night.
So now this viral video shows a 9-year-old handing an officer a bag of drugs. Tonight, his father is sitting down only with Vanessa Murphy.
This is a 9-year-old boy handing a police officer 100 grams of methamphetamine.
Thank you. So, we were called to come check on your son.
The child says he found the bag of drugs under his mother's nightstand. That's when he locked himself in the bathroom and called his father on a tablet. The parents are divorced.
I mean, he was breathing hard, He was very nervous. He was scared.
And I know that my kid went in the bathroom for an hour.
Anthony Cruz recalls hearing his ex-wife in the background.
She would come at him and demand him to open the door. What's going on? And maybe a few times she kind of yelled at him, but she was also kind of trying to seem like she was trying to figure out what was happening.
It's okay, man.
Cruz calls police and rushes to the Inspirata home.
Just take some deep breaths.
Henderson police try to comfort his son.
And what did you find inside the house that made you scared? Okay. Do you know what drugs look like?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
How does a 9-year-old know what that is?
That's a good question. I have no idea. He said that he's seen stuff like that before over there. And I'm guessing just from society outside world, maybe, seeing things on TV, movies.
Inside the home, Kendra Long claims the drugs aren't hers.
This is not my stuff. I have a boyfriend that has access to my front door.
Right.
I don't know this guy this well. However, this is, do I give you his name? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, did my ex-husband put it there? I don't know.
To even put it in the hands of my son for a second would be, I would never entertain that idea. I would never use my son to try and set somebody up with something that could be potentially deadly to him.
Does Gus feel okay?
Long was arrested that night in July of 2022.
It was finally like something was coming out, proving what I've been trying to say has been going on for a long time.
But Anthony Cruz and his wife Rebecca would learn Long would soon be released from jail here.
I was thinking this was it, because I think when somebody gets caught red-handed, they go to jail. But I learned that's not the case.
Court records reveal Long posts a $25,000 bond to be released from jail that day. Prosecutors say she then violates a court order prohibiting her from discussing the case with her son as she tried to convince him she's innocent. She's warned in court twice by 2 different judges, still not taken to jail. In April of 2023, she pleads guilty to a drug charge and child abuse. In July, she's sentenced to 12 to 30 months through a suspended sentence, meaning probation if she complies, prison if she violates the rules. 3 months later, her parole and probation officer reports finding more baggies of drugs. Methamphetamine again, more than 2 grams of it, and nearly 8 grams of cocaine. She's charged with 3 more drug felonies. Still no hard prison time. Long is sent to an inpatient drug treatment center. But in Cruz's eyes, Long isn't just a drug user. She's a drug dealer.
I think it's both.
A dealer and a user.
Yeah, it looks like both to me.
Long's cases moved through 3 different courts: Henderson and Las Vegas Justice Courts and Clark County District Court.
You believe they were all too lenient?
Yeah, because none of them enforced any penalties on her. She's still, even after the probation violation, amongst several other things in there that she was violating.
Cruz says there were warning signs before Long's arrest. He provided documents from Child Protective Services showing multiple investigations, all unsubstantiated until this was caught on video.
How has this affected your son?
He's done, overall, I'm really proud of him. He's had to deal with a lot, and it's been not easy on him.
As his dad, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really bad. It feels like you want to protect him and not let those kind of things happen. And if it was up to me, it wouldn't have, but the problem is it's not up to me. I could have protected him more, but the system protects people that shouldn't be protected in this case. And it just, unfortunately, caused more damage.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you. You did the right thing.
As of November, Cruz has sole physical custody of his son.
So many kids have to suffer, and it's not really fair.
Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Now, to put it into perspective, government statistics show that 100 grams of meth means about 500 doses for the average user. The 8 News Now investigators did reach out to an attorney representing Kendra Long. He hung up during a phone call and did not provide a comment.
Busted for methamphetamine in Las Vegas? Here are the penalties which a good lawyer can often help you to avoid. Methamphetamine, commonly known as meth, speed, crank, or ice, is a Schedule II drug in Nevada. A first-time conviction for possessing meth for personal use is a Category E felony, which requires the court to grant the defendant probation. Meanwhile, a first-time conviction for possessing meth with intent to sell it is a Category D felony, carrying 1 to 4 years in prison and up to $5,000 in fines. And a first-time conviction of selling meth is a Category B felony, carrying 1 to 6 years in prison and a fine of up to $20,000. The penalties increase with each successive drug offense. However, when the amount of meth in a case is 28 grams or more, the defendant is automatically charged with trafficking. And trafficking penalties depend on weight. So trafficking 28 to less than 200 grams of meth is a Category C felony, carrying 1 to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $50,000. Trafficking 200 grams to less than 400 grams of meth is a Category B felony, carrying 2 to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $100,000. And trafficking 400 grams or more of meth is a Category A felony, carrying 15 years to life in prison with possibility of parole after 5 years and a fine of up to $250,000. If you are facing criminal charges in Nevada, call my legal team at 702-DEFENSE. The attorneys at the Las Vegas Defense Group will do everything to try to get your case resolved as quickly and favorably as possible.